Hi, this is activist Shanique. So I wanted to shed some light on because I see a woman named Chrissie that I follow on YouTube, and I agree with her ideas and I respect her and all. The only thing that I don't agree with, she feels that black women should not be protesting. The men should be doing that, and I agree to a certain extent. But keep in mind that we have women that have we've come a long way as women. There's women in the military. We have women like Coretta Scott King. We have women that even work in the White House, such as Condoleezza Rice, the first African American Secretary of State. We have women that are mayors. Some of these positions were men jobs. So if you're saying that women should not be on the front lines protesting, to me is like you're saying that technically women should not have certain jobs that were once viewed as men jobs. So technically you're saying that a female needs to stay in their place because some men feel that certain women should not have certain jobs, such as there are women that are now in the construction field. If women want to protest, they should be able to do that. That's their choice. You shouldn't fault somebody to protest. Now, as far as bringing their children, that I can agree with. But if a woman wants to protest, let her protest. I've protested. As far as me using myself as a shield to protect a man, no, I'm not going to do that. If I protest, it's usually me by myself or with another woman. And I make sure that I either stay in the back or on the sidelines so that I don't get hit. Also, people need to realize that when you're protesting, you need to be mindful of when you're protesting and what areas. If you know, so I live in the Bronx. I know areas like 14th Street. I have no business being there. 14th Street, Manhattan, for those that don't know. I'm not going to go there because I know those people there don't know how to act. Brooklyn, I'm staying far away from because you had a police car run protesters over. And they were pepper spraying. So, of course, I'm not going to go to those areas. But areas such as Foley Square and there was a small protest in the Bronx. It was mostly young people there, but it was peaceful. So you have to be mindful of where you're protesting. When I went to Harlem Saturday, I went to Harlem and I only made it up until Central Park. They decided to go further. Some even walked all the way to Brooklyn. Some even went to the FDR. I wasn't going there. And when I came back home, people were arrested. I'm glad that I wasn't a part of that. So I think when people protest, they need to be mindful of where you're protesting and to stay away from areas that you know that people do not know how to act and the police are out to pepper spray people and potentially shoot them or even run them with a car. So everybody has a choice. And even if you want to take it further, there's a woman in the Bible, Rahab, when she was a prostitute. I don't know if you all are familiar with the Bible, and she protected the Christian spies from being harmed. Mind you, a prostitute. She welcomed these men into her home to make sure that they don't get killed. So, look, I understand that you feel that women should not be in the front lines and whatnot, but I disagree. Because then sometimes when women do take a stand, it has a wonderful and lasting effect. Like, we're living in different times. The world is evolving. And this is why the system, that's sometimes women do not get ahead, and it's not just African American women, but women in general. You have people that's protesting for women rights and whatnot, because we're entitled to those rights. So technically, when you're saying that women can't protest, you're saying that technically we shouldn't be protesting for equal pay, because technically that's protesting. So we might as well stay home and let men fight for rights that we should have. And also that you're saying that maybe people shouldn't be protesting about abortion. Men should have that right to protest whether we keep a child or not. No. We need to learn how to take a stand. So that's all I'm saying. Chrissy, you're welcome to have your input. Maybe I probably didn't comprehend what you were saying, but that's my perception on things. So maybe we could have a discussion and clarify what you meant. I just think you need to be clear on what you're saying. Because keep in mind, if women stayed as housewives or did not find a careers outside of the home, where would we be today? It would be back in the 1950s or 60s. We wouldn't have evolved. We wouldn't have women in the military or in the White House, or even we wouldn't even have women that are mayors. So we just have to be mindful when we say that women should not be doing this or that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think women should be limited. I just think that when you're African American woman, you just have to be mindful of what you're fighting for and what your stance is. And regardless of what people think, you should stand on it. People may think that you're an idiot or give you the side eye. That's you. But just keep in mind that we have very powerful women that was able to make a change because they took a stance. They decided that they would step out of their comfort zone and take on careers and jobs that were once male dominant. So, thanks.